All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live at the championship game of the Rob Schneider Elk Rapids Girls Basketball Varsity Invitational game. The championship game this afternoon will be between the Glen Lakers and Elk Rapids Elks. We want to welcome you in to the Next Level Broadcasting production of this high school girls varsity contest. Two teams that won their semifinal game last night. We'll get into that and break that all down here on the pregame show presented by Bingham Insurance Company. Charles Terrell, along with Zach Kennedy and the rest of our Next Level Broadcasting production crew here, getting ready for the Elks and the Lakers. Both teams coming in with some nice wins, and the more contested of those two wins, Glen Lake beat Traverse City St. Francis 46-36 in the semifinal. The Elk Rapids Elks pretty much destroyed Kalkaska in their semifinal. That game was a final score, ended up being, I believe, 41-12. So check that, 40-8, excuse me, for Elk Rapids over Kalkaska in the semifinal last night. Glen Lake Lakers 46-36 over the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. So settle in. We've got a great afternoon of girls hoops coming at you live from Elk Rapids, Michigan. We're going to go ahead and step aside and hear from our pregame show sponsor, Bingham Insurance Company, and be back after these messages.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad.
But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe. without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, and welcome back into the Bingham Insurance Company pregame show. Bingham Insurance Company is auto owners representative working out of Charlevoix, but servicing all of northern Michigan, whether it's your home, life, pet, car insurance, they've got it all for you, so they can help you get covered. That's Bingham Insurance Services. All right, so we got the Lady Elks and the Lady Lakers here tonight, and the Elk Rapids team, they had a dominating performance in the semifinal last night versus Kalkaska. They won 40-8. However, as we look at this team coached by head coach Mike Brown, let's go ahead and take a look at the coaches here tonight, because it'll be an interesting coaching matchup for each of these two teams, as both opponents will certainly throw different defenses and offenses at each other. And you'd like to think that the Elks and the Lakers will see which team can wake up here earliest. It's a Saturday afternoon, 1:30 right now. Estimated tip will be about 1:50. So each of these two teams, who's going to be able to wake up and kind of, well, get the sleep out of their eyes early, come out to play very much an AAU style of atmosphere right now in this gymnasium. So it should be fun all around here this afternoon to see which one of these teams is going to come away with the Rob Schneider Invitational Trophy. It'll certainly be a high-paced game. We know these two teams want to get up and down the floor, get into some easy and open and in-rhythm shots. Two excellent coaches tonight, and a lot of fun. So thanks for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon, whether you got us on the main TV, the side TV, the iPad, if you're watching this, and also watching some college football playoffs, or maybe you're watching some basketball elsewhere else, as we do our fly around the country, sponsored by Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, looking at some of the other scores right now going on live. We've got Michigan State in Oakland, a battle of the Golden Grizzlies and the Spartans. It's 58-47 Michigan State on top of Oakland by 9 points. Elsewhere around the country, you got a big game later on this evening between Houston and Arkansas. If you're a fan of college basketball, no doubt you'll want to check into that one. Additionally, in NCAA football, Miami and Texas A&M. One of the two games going on in the college football playoff this afternoon. And there'll certainly be some more entertaining games tonight as far as the college football playoff goes. So we've got a lot of entertaining sports here this weekend. Also, the Lions tomorrow will be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a lot of sports, a lot of things to tune into as we get into the holiday break. Both of these schools officially on the Christmas vacation. And let's see if one of these teams has a struggle kind of getting that mindset of going from being in school to now not being in school, still playing a game, even though they aren't technically supposed to go to school on Monday and for the next 2 weeks. So we'll see if any of that can cause a mental blockage for either of these two teams and impact their performance here this afternoon. Should be a good one, as I said earlier, and we're looking forward to presenting this one to you for tuning in from wherever you're tuning in from. We're here courtside, so you can be couch side, beach side, who knows. We're going to go ahead and take one more commercial break and hear from our pregame show sponsor, the Bingham Insurance Company, and be back with your starting lineups, national anthem, and get things underway between the Elks and the Lakers coming up after this on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad.
But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, welcome back into the Bingham Insurance Services pregame show here on Next Level Broadcasting. The coach for the Glen Lake Lakers is Coach Fosmore, and then sliding over for his opponent tonight, it'll be head coach Mike Brown for the Elk Rapids Elks as we get the head coaching matchup here, as once again, Elks and Lakers should be a very good game. Earlier on this week, the Elk Rapids Elks lost a tough one by 10 points, 45-35 to the Frankfort Panthers. Frankfort, a team that has been to back-to-back Class D quarterfinals, and the reason why Frankfort has had so much success in Class D is they've been able to beat Glen Lake. 3 years ago, the Glen Lake Laker team won the state championship for girls Class D basketball. So this Laker program is not a stranger to winning big games, as they cut down the Nets in East Lansing just 3 short years ago. So settle in, folks. This should be a really entertaining girls varsity game here this afternoon. A special matinee presentation to everybody tuning in. And, well, if you're just thinking like, hey, well, what's coming up on the Next Level Broadcasting schedule? And, well, for a little while, we'll have a brief lull of the amount of games that we'll be covering because it is Christmas break. So our next game after this won't be until January 3rd. So we'll have a nice little break. You can have a nice little break from us, but then once we get into 2026, you'll have to turn that calendar over and start penciling us in to your January schedule, because we've got a jam-packed January coming up. I mean, pretty much 2, sometimes 3 games on most weeknights. So if you're a fan of high school basketball in Northern Michigan, you got to keep it locked to Next Level Broadcasting, and make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You can also check us out on Facebook so you can get our up-to-date scheduling notifications. We'll post either Friday night, or Sunday night or Monday morning, the week of which games we'll be covering that week, and we'll have a master schedule posted online as well. So that'll be fun. You'll have to tune into that, also reference that whenever you can, or if you have a question, go back and reference that on our webpage or on Facebook. Elks and Lakers, it should be a really fun game here tonight. Some players to look out for Glen Lake will be Grace Noonan, Elena Ottenbacher, Layla Shimmick, Nadia Eam, Taylor Randolph, Nora Scholik, some of the players to keep an eye on. Also, Lydia Fosmore for the Glen Lake Lakers. Moving over to the Elk Rapids side of things, you'll want to make note of Brooke Flutie, Emily Vandergriff, Ellie Lavely, Rylan Skrotsky, Natasha Beebe, and Jillian Mozzini, because those girls can really get it done and fill up the hoop for Elk Rapids. Should be a really good one here tonight. We're going to go ahead and send it down to our public address announcer as we get ready for our national anthem and starting lineups. You're watching this presentation of girls varsity high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. When we come back on live, Elks and Lakers getting ready to tip it off. Hardware on the line here for the championship game of the Rob Schneider Elk Rapids Girls Invitational. Stay tuned.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Schneider Elk Rapids Girls Basketball Invitational. This afternoon we'll witness witness the championship game with the Glen Lake Lakers against your Elk Rapids Elks. The athletes in today's contest would like to show their support and commitment to sportsmanship, which includes respect, responsibility, and restraint. We ask you as parents, fans, and officials to join us in making this a positive experience for all involved. The privilege of this event is made possible with those who fought and by those who continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor their efforts and show respect for our country by standing for the playing of the national anthem.
And now for the starting lineups for the Glen Lake Lakers here to begin. It'll be number 5, Avery Flores, Grace Noonan, Elena Ottenbacher, 13, Layla Shimmick, and last but not least for Glen Lake, 32, Lydia Fosmore. And now for the light show as we get ready for the Elks starting lineups.
And now, the starting lineup for your Elk Rapids Elks. Number 1, Brooke Flutie.
First of all, starting for Elk Rapids, Brooke Flutie. Next up for Elk Rapids will be number 4, Anna Prey. After that will be number 5, Rylan Skrotsky. And now, playing forward tonight for Elk Rapids will be number 22, Natasha Beebe. And 34, Allie Schlicker, rounding out the 5 starters for Elk Rapids. Head coach Mike Brown, and we're underway. This should be a fun game of basketball here this afternoon. Thanks for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. We're here so you don't have to be, or even if you can't be here, tune in. And we appreciate you tuning in. For all of our sponsors here, we want to thank our pregame show sponsor, the Bingham Insurance Company, as we are now ready to go. It will be Skrotsky and Shimmick at center circle to get this one underway. And we are off and running. Ball controlled here by the Glen Lake Lakers on this opening possession of the game. Glen Lake working it around the perimeter. Shimmick drives baseline. Elks do a good job. Fosmore swings it across. Now driving in near the elbow. Patient offense so far for Glen Lake. We've got, looked at the three-pointer. Thought she was going to take that. Three-pointer now from the corner, rattles around and out for Fosmore, rebounded by Shimmick underneath, and the Lakers secured their second chance possession. Inside cut by Fosmore. That was Shimmick, actually, and she missed it. And this will be Skrotsky bringing it down the floor for the Elks. Dropping this one off to Prey. Nice cut by Skrotsky, and she can't make the layup. Glen Lake bringing it back down the floor with moderate pace. Shimmick Now finds a teammate back up top to Fosmore. She'll try to put it on the deck. Now it goes to Noonan. Noonan swings it. 15-foot elbow jump shot is short for Flores, and now the Elks are pushing it once more. Trying to work as much tempo as possible as Prey brought it down. Now in the hands of Brooke Flutie. Schlicker with it at the high post. Dribble hands off to Skrotsky. Elbow jump shot's a little bit off by Beebe. And Beebe's shot just a little wide left, as both teams having a hard time finding some consistent offensive flow right now in the game. Lakers bringing this one down, just trying to work that ball inside. They go down 2. Oh, nice play by Fosmore. And Lydia Fosmore earns a trip to the free throw line. Foul called against Anna Prey. And Fosmore makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and the game's points were ready, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Lakers. They bring that full court pressure. Schlicker drops a pass down low, and the Elks score. Nice play by Natasha Beebe to get Elk Rapids the lead back and go up 2-1. Three-pointer up, and it's just a bit off the mark by Noonan, and we should have it go off the Lakers. Possession now back to the Elks, up 2-1. Just a couple minutes into this first quarter. See which team is able to bring the energy here first, whether it's Elk Rapids or Glen Lake. High ball screen by Schlicker up top. Elk Rapids working it around the perimeter, running up the left-handed banker, and it's good for Brooke Flutie. 4 straight points for Elk Rapids as they claim a 4-0 lead. Here's Shimmick, guarded by Skrotsky. Lakers go down low to one more now to Fosmore. She looks at the shot fake, puts it on the deck, gets in the lane, puts it up, and we've got a foul called against the Elks. This will most likely be, looks like they're going to get Beebe. So Fosmore going back to the line where she's 1 of 2 so far this afternoon. Puts it up a little bit off to the left. Got a substitution coming in for the Lakers. That'll be Delaney Dombrowski replacing Layla Shimmick. 2nd and 2 at the line for Fosmore is good. So she's 50% so far from the charity stripe, 2 for 4. Elks up 4-2. Here's Prey with it. Up top it goes, almost a half-court violation. Comes to Skrotsky in the corner. She saves it, almost went out of bounds. Down low it goes to Schlicker. Drop step, puts it up, left-handed. Got it or miss, and weren't able to finish it at the basket. Tough luck there via 2 opportunities for Schlicker. Swung to the corner, 3-ball up, and just a hair off. Offensive putback by the Lakers is good for Avery Flores. And we're tied at 4 points apiece. It's been a close and entertaining game, just kind of like we thought it would be. Here's Prey with it. Elk Rapids working off of that, a lot of high post initiated motion and swinging the ball on the perimeter. Down low goes to Schlicker on a nice post duck in. Back out, swung. Flutie with it. Back over to Beebe. Prey for the top of the key shot, and she knocks it down. Down low, the Lakers go. That's a nice entry pass to Dombrowski, but has it swiped and blocked by Skrotsky. Here comes BB. One more now. Prey going left-handed, driving all the way. Can't finish. Got her own miss, though. Wide open shot for Flutie. Off the mark. Rebounded by Fosmore, and now here come the Lakers. Nice pass up ahead, and Dombrowski can't finish that one. And it's peeled out of there by Prey once more for the Elks. Both teams having a hard time making some shots close to the basket so far in the game. Ooh, playing the passing lanes well there is Fosmore. Good shot fake, can't finish, got her own miss. She's diving on the floor for it, and this one will go back to the Elks. A lot of hustle right there as Grace Noonan tried to save that one before it hit the sideline. We've got Nor Scholik coming in for Glen Lake. Elks right now with a 7-4 lead. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. It's been a fast-moving pace so far. Not too many fouls called either. Nice to see that. As Flutie works left, puts up the left-handed bank shot. No good. Rebounded by Dombrowski, and here comes Fosmore and the Lakers. So drive in, try to knife her way into the paint. No good. Prey with it now for Elk Rapids. Up the floor it goes. Drop a pass down low. And just unable to finish that one was BB. Noonan with it up top. Let's see if they can get it down low to Fosmore. They can. She's fouled. And you still go to the line. And one opportunity there by Lydia Fosmore. She's got a chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. She's 2 for 4 at the free throw line so far. And she has all of the Laker points at 6 so far in this first quarter. And Fosmore makes the free throw. She's now 3 of 5, and we're tied up back at 7 for Elk Rapids. That was the second personal foul against Anna Prey. So she'll likely have to go to the, actually no, head coach Mike Brown's gonna keep her out on the floor right now. Down low it goes, and this is tapped away and deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here with Elk Rapids. It's been a quick moving pace of play so far between these two opponents. Non-conference opponents, I should mention. But they see each other quite frequently, not only in districts and potentially regionals when they're in the same class. Here's Prey up top, guarded by Shimmick. Down low goes to Skrotsky. Skrotsky is able to score it off the window. Nice executed action by Elk Rapids to regain the lead 9-7. And this one's thrown away. We also have Jillian Mozani in for Elk Rapids, number 23. This is Flutie with the ball up top. See what Elk Rapids wants to run here. Shimmick playing the passing lanes, got the deflection. Also for Elk Rapids, Emily Vandergruff has checked into the ball game, number 2. Back to Prey. Prey can't finish on the left-handed layup. However, the Elks are right there to scoop it up. Mozani's there, and she was fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for I believe the first free throws of the game for Elk Rapids. First free throw for Mozani is good. You know you're in a basketball community when the crowd gets so quiet when the home team is shooting a free throw that they just know that you want to have that concentration for the shooter at the line. I even brought my voice down as well. As Mozani splits the pair at the free throw line. Here come the Lakers. Under 30 seconds to play in this first quarter of action. They'll go out to Shimmick. Shimmick has it stolen away, but the Lakers get it right back. Driving in is Shimmick. It almost goes through the legs of Fosmore, but somehow Shimmick gets it back and scores it. 10-9. Under 12 seconds left to play. Here come the Elks. Do they know it? Let's see. It's in the hands of Flutie. Flutie goes to the corner. 3-ball up. 3-ball is off the glass and no good for Vandergriff. So after 1 quarter of play, it is 10-9 in favor of the Elks. After an exciting first quarter of play, we're going to go ahead and step aside and be right back after this message from the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Stay tuned. Second quarter coming up next.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, welcome back in. Second quarter action about ready to get underway between the Lakers and the Elks. We're live at Elk Rapids High School Gymnasium. Beautiful new facility that was dedicated in the fall of 2024 here in Elk Rapids. It opened up for the fall sports year in 2024, and one of our favorite places to broadcast from here at Next Level Broadcasting, as we'll take you inside the huddle of the Elk Rapids ladies, Elks, as they have a 1-point lead over the Glen Lake Lakers. For Glen Lake, scoring has been a culmination of 2 players, and Layla Shimmick and Lydia Fosmore. They've got all 9 of the points. Elk Rapids has had 4 different players score so far in the first quarter, so more balanced for Elk Rapids. However, Glen Lake has taken 5 free throws. Elk Rapids only taken 2, so the Lakers being a bit more aggressive going toward the basket in the first quarter of play. Let's see if the Lady Elks make a change to that. Driving all the way in is Vandergriff, whipping a pass to Prey. Prey goes over now to Flutie, and it's whipped around the perimeter continually. Elk Rapids doing a good job here on this possession. Here's Flutie driving left. Scoop layup around and in. That's an Antrim County resident bounce right there if I've ever seen one, my friends. Driving in is Shimmick. Shimmick shut off by Vandergriff, and we got a travel called against Layla Shimmick. The Elks will get the ball back. Vandergriff has given the Elks some nice minutes off the bench here this afternoon. As we have our ready for play, Elk Rapids basketball up by 3 points. This three's up and a little off by Vandergriff. Here comes Fosmore for the Lakers. So do a little stutter step move, left-handed drive, and gets a friendly roll off the iron. Back to a 1-point game. This is Flutie, dribbling it up the court. Down low it goes to Schlicker. Left-handed layup is good for Schlicker. Nice footwork there by Schlicker at the post. Caught it, quickly turned and scored. Layla Shimmick puts up the 3-ball, and this is off. It should be, unless it was deflected, Elk Rapids basketball. Coming in for the Lady Elks is Natasha Beebe, replacing Emily Vandergriff. And it's Dombrowski coming in for Glen Lake, number 25. Elk Rapids swinging this one down to Beebe. Once more into the paint to Schlicker, and that one just maybe overcooked it just a bit. As here is Fosmore bringing it up the floor in a hurry. Left-handed layup is good. Fosmore goes coast to coast. And she has 11 of the 13 points for the Lakers. Elk Rapids trying to run this dribble weave action up top. Goes down low to Schlicker. Step through move, banked home. Nice use of the step through by Schlicker, and she's got the last 4 straight for Elk Rapids. A lot of pressure being applied up top by Flutie. Corner it goes to Noonan, trying to get a post pass to Fosmore. She picks up her dribble, almost loses it. Back in it goes to Fosmore, backing down, running up the hook shot, can't get it to go. Dombrowski has the rebound, and she's fouled by Schlicker, so Dombrowski will go to the free throw line for 2. Dombrowski's second free throw is good. Back to a 2-possession game. Much like we anticipated this game being close, and it hasn't really disappointed. Here's Flutie working around, getting a nice high ball screen. Kicked back out up top to Beebe. Flutie with it, passes it over to Skrotsky. Skrotsky goes to the corner, down low it goes. Nice post defense by Shimmick, denying that pass down low to Schlicker. It'll be Allie Schlicker to inbound here, baseline out of bounds. Right back to her. She'll drop step, put it up and in with the left hand. 6 in a row now for Schlicker. And the Elk lead is back to 4. Bringing this one is down to Nora Trolik. Now at the controls is Grace Noonan. Check that, this is Elena Ottenbacher, number 12. Glen Lake trying to work a little flex cut at the high elbow. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Beebe, but she's called for the travel. We've got 2 substitutions coming in. It'll be Fosmore and Dombrowski. Inbounded to Fosmore. She's going to step back behind the three-point line, put up the 3, and bury it. And it looks like we've got a timeout here taken by Elk Rapids. They want to talk about what's going on. They find their lead now down to just 1 point with nearly half remaining in this second quarter of play. And for Glen Lake, leading the way is Fosmore. Fosmore, with the 17 points taken into account, she has 15 of those points. So Fosmore really leading the way for the Lakers. And, well, a lot of the team that the Lakers have revolves around Fosmore being active and making sure that she gets others and herself involved. So far, she's done a good job of getting herself involved. I think if you're Elk Rapids right now, you got to be able to know where 32 is at all times. And if you want to look at this Glen Lake roster, it's pretty impressive because of all the girls listed, they only have 1 senior. That's Grace Noonan. Every other player is either a junior or a sophomore on this varsity roster. So a lot of youth here on display for Glen Lake, and they're putting together a very nice showing so far against a well-coached and highly skilled Elk Rapids team. So let's see what the Elks have drawn up here coming out of the timeout. Up top it is with Flutie. Now dribble hand off to Beebe. It goes through the hands of Mozani, and it's stolen away by the Lakers. Fosmore with it, bringing it down the floor. And, stolen away in the hands of Flutie. Elk Rapids with a 3-on-2 break. Swung across the floor, blocked up top by the Lakers. The Elks save it. And Flutie has the jump shot go off the heel of the rim, and it's rebounded inside by Nadia Eam. And it will be Laker basketball via the possession arrow. So that was an action-packed possession that goes the way of the Lakers because of the possession arrow. But nonetheless, a lot of action so far in this game, a 1-point game, and wouldn't ask for it any other way between these two teams that are battling it out for the Bob Schneider Invitational Trophy. Fosmore with it up top, over to Eam. Dombrowski looked at the shot. Now Fosmore puts it on the deck, dribbles it through, and she's called for the travel. It was a good-looking move by Fosmore, but she just took one too many steps on her way to the basket. Here's Flutie, picked up at near half court by Achenbacher. Dribble hands off to Prey. Back to Flutie in the corner. Prey driving to her right, trying to go baseline. Sneaks the pass around. Three-pointer up from the corner, no good by Skrotsky, and we've got no foul, just out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Elks. It'll be Abby Stefke checking back in for Glen Lake, replacing Ottenbacher. Also coming in is Avery Flores for Glen Lake. Prey inbounds to Skrotsky. Skrotsky whips a pass over to Flutie. Back to the corner it goes for Prey. Head and shoulder fake, puts it on the deck. Offensive putback is good by Skrotsky. And the Elks lead goes back up to 3 points via the offensive stickback by Rylan Skrotsky. It's a 3-point game, and here come the Elks trying to extend this lead. Down low it goes, nearly stolen away. Schmidt gets it back, puts it up. Rebounded by Flutie. Elks being implored to run. Flutie crosses over at half court. Back over to Prey, and this one is short. Mozani digs out the offensive rebound. Skrotsky has it blocked. Elks still have the possession. Beebe passes to Flutie. Three ball just off. Rebounded by Stefke. Here come the Lakers. Flutie almost digs out a steal. Stefke picks up the dribble. This is Fosmore working the pick and roll. Guarded by Mozani. Now this one is thrown away. It should be Elk Rapids basketball. A good job of pinching that play there by Flutie and Skrotsky, not allowing a cut or a dribble handoff to happen for the Lakers. I want to remind everybody coming up, we'll review what we saw today and then take a look at what's going on in the sports world during our Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show here. And this one is a little too hot to handle as that one sails out of bounds. It'll be back over to the Lakers. This is Ottenbacher bringing it down the floor. Guarded by Flutie. Tapped away by Mozani. And Mozani's going to cruise in but can't make the layup. But on the follow, it's good by Flutie. It's now the largest lead of the game for Elk Rapids, and we've got a timeout taken here by the Glen Lake Laker bench, wanting to talk this one over after the Elks have gone up by a handful, and it's a 4-0 run. Glen Lake allowed the Elks to get out to this 5-point lead. It's been a close game all throughout, and so far, neither team is able to have more than a 5-point lead, which we have right now. We anticipated this game to be close, and it certainly is living up to the billing of this game being a close game. Both these teams with aspirations of at least a district championship. We'll see if they can execute it here to get a good quality non-conference win this afternoon, the final game of 2025 for both of these teams. Here's Fosmore bringing it down the floor. So drop a pass nicely down to Dombrowski. Good execution of the pick and roll out of the timeout, and the Lakers get a basket much needed. Up top, here's Anna Prey. Up to Schlicker at the high post. Elks go to Skrotsky. She falls down. We've got a held ball here. It should be keeping or staying on this side of the floor with the Elks, and it is indeed. Here's Schlicker to inbound. Goes in the far side corner now. Elks swinging around up top to Skrotsky. Prey with the free throw line jump shot. Off the mark. Rebounded by Fosmore. Here come the Lakers. Fosmore goes across the court, downside to Dombrowski, and she's fouled. So that will send Delaney Dombrowski, just a sophomore, to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Chance to make it a 1-point game with a make here. We've got Ellie Lavely checking in for Elk Rapids, number 3. And the second and 2 is good, so it's a 1-point game. Lakers out of that called timeout on a 4-0 run. Ottenbacher picking up full court against Flutie. Flutie working around the screen by Schlicker. Lively looks like she's called for the travel, and she is. So the Lakers, with 11 seconds left to go in this first half, have an opportunity to take the lead with a made field goal. Here it is in the hands of Ottenbacher, guarded by Flutie. High ball screen, Dombrowski trying to go down low, but it's stolen away by Skrotsky, and we've got a possession arrow. We also have Dombrowski shaken up a little bit. Might have took a hit to the face or what? And looked like it was actually a foul called against Dombrowski, not a jump ball. So the Elks with 2 seconds will be taking the lead to halftime. Just the question is by how many? Inbounded to Flutie, and Flutie is going to have the shot clock expire before the end of the first half. Elks 22, Lakers 21. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show, and we'll be getting you up to speed on what has happened so far in this very high-paced and entertaining game between these two teams. And we'll be breaking down what's coming up next on Next Level Broadcasting. So stay tuned. The TVC Airport halftime show is next.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
When I applied for this job, I told them I was going to do it for 5 years, then get back to singing. 25 years later, I'm still here. Farm Bureau not only allows me to be part of this community, they encourage it. From teaching the choir, working the musicals, and now getting a chance to be part of this broadcast, I'm proud to support Traverse City St. Francis football. Go Glads!
While visiting beautiful northern Michigan, do not miss the opportunity to experience golf at Agaming Golf Resort. Just 10 miles north of the cozy waterfront village of Elk Rapids, Agaming's Torch and the award-winning Sundance course offer breathtaking views of world-renowned Torch Lake. Set forth before you are the glistening emerald green fairways, sprawling white sand bunkers, and the wispy amber heather that seamlessly bind the holes to one another. It is an experience that you will be sure to share with your friends back home. Make a tee time at Agaming Golf Resort today. It won't be your last.
Pop Excavating has been providing residential and commercial excavating services in northern Michigan for over 32 years. Their services also include shoreline work as well as commercial and residential snow removal. Based in Traverse City, their services extend throughout the 5-county area, but would love to hear from you about a larger project from outside of the area as well. With a goal in mind to provide the best result for their customers, be sure to give them a call at 231-929-9259 or visit them online at popexcavating.com.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, welcome back to the Traverse City Cherry Capital TVC Airport halftime show presented by the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Charles Strail, Next Level Broadcasting here, bringing this game to you. We got the Lakers and the Elks. It's a very entertaining game so far as the Elks have a 1-point lead, and the Lakers ended that first half on a 4-0 run. The Laker deficit had grown to 5 points before the before the Lakers came out of there with a 4-0 end to the second quarter. Oftentimes, coaches will talk about how the first half, the last 3 minutes of the first half and the first 3 minutes of the second half are the most impactful and important minutes of the game. Those 6 minutes before halftime, or 3 minutes before halftime and 3 minutes after halftime, often dictate where the game starts to change and evolve. So I would say the last 2 minutes there favored the Lakers because they were able to trim the lead down from 5 all the way to 1. Elk Rapids had a couple of turnovers baked in there during that time span. So it'll be very interesting to see which of these two teams come out after halftime and are able to execute at a higher level. Very eager to see that because Elk Rapids has been good in spurts, but Glen Lake, I think, offensively has been more consistent just because they have a go-to player in Lydia Fosmore, because she's got in the high teens right now in terms of her scoring output and her ability to not only score near the basket on the perimeter, a dribble drive, and make a couple of post moves. She's really got the whole package offensively, and there's not a real good clear-cut way to take her away unless the Elks are just going to say, hey, let's see if we can just pick up the pressure and force more turnovers on the perimeter. That would be one potential way that the Elks could look at doing that, of trying to force the ball out of Fosmore's hands just simply by getting the turnovers by the Lakers. For Elk Rapids, they've had multiple players score. A lot of players have made an impact in this game. I've really liked the play so far of Schlicker. And Allie Schlicker, just a freshman, has come into this game and really made an impact down low at the basket, giving the Elks a bona fide post scorer. And whether she's catching it and then quick ripping through, drop step, she saw a nice combination of moves where she not only had the drop step, but then she came back with the step through. And that's a nice 1-2 combo when you not only have the drop step move, but they can also combo it with the step through move to boot. So that was good to see for the development of Schlicker. And heck, when you've got a freshman out there that's able to move and score and play with physicality on the low block, I mean, Antrim County has seen its fair share of really good women's post players in the likes of maybe Jasmine Hines up in Central Lake. And I think Schlicker has an opportunity to potentially be the next in line for great girls varsity post players here in Antrim County. Well, we got a lot more to talk about here on the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show as we fly around the country and give you some scoring updates from what's going on in sports around the country. Whether it's college football, we've got 3-0 Miami over Texas A&M in the third quarter. Let's check into men's college basketball. Michigan State with a 7-point win over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. That game was played down at Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. Usually feels like a home game for Michigan State, but the Grizzlies doing a good job of hanging in there and only losing by 9 points. So you see what the Golden Grizzlies were able to do against Michigan State, and they fought hard, and Oakland got 28 bench points, a huge amount of points to have in that game. We'll also look at some of the other top 10 teams playing. Louisville gets a win, 94-54 over Montana. And right now in the CBS Sports Classic, St. John's is playing Kentucky. So you get matchups of Rick Pitino and John Calipari between St. John's and Kentucky. That game is 43-47. just midway through the second half. So once again, we're going to go ahead, step aside. This has been the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show presented by the TVC Cherry Capital Airport, reminding you that when you're looking to book that December, January, even that spring break vacation for a getaway, look no further than the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, offering 20 nonstops with 7 airline services, and they can get you where you want to go. That's a reminder that the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your Northern Michigan connection. So we'll see you on the other side of this with the second half coming up on Next Level Broadcasting's presentation of girls varsity high school basketball.
Hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Okay, welcome back to the second quarter of action between the Elk Rapids Elks and the Glen Lake Lakers here Saturday afternoon from Elk Rapids, Michigan. Charles Strail, along with my executive producer, Zach Kennedy, we've been treated to a very splendid first half of basketball so far between these two very talented lady basketball teams. And we're in the second half, particularly looking for Elk Rapids to see if they can force some more turnovers, try to keep the ball out of Lydia Fosmore's hands. For Glen Lake, let's see if they can tighten up that post defense, because the Elks have been able to get to the basket with ease, and Elk Rapids has had a hard time so far hitting those perimeter jump shots. I believe only 1 3-pointer made so far for Elk Rapids, and it just seems like it's been harder going for Elk Rapids to feel comfortable out on the perimeter against this Glen Lake defense. So looking for some scorers like Fosmore along with Schlicker and Prey to really see which of this team wants to win more this afternoon. As we're off and running here, it's inbounded to Ottenbacher. She'll bring it down, guarded by Flutie. Here it goes over to Noonan. Noonan whips a pass in the corner to Fosmore. She'll drive, shut off nicely by Skrotsky. Noonan, Ottenbacher now to Shimmick. Inside it goes. Post move up off the back of the rim for Flores, and it'll be Elk Rapids basketball. So a good-looking possession there. Warrants a nice shot by Glen Lake, but they weren't able to get it to drop. So here comes the Elks in the hands of Brooke Flutie. Near side it goes. Down low to Skrotsky, off the glass and in. So Skrotsky scores the first points of the second half. Elk Rapids lead goes once again to 3 points. Noonan up top to Fosmore. She'll drive in, lefty scoop, layup, no good. Couldn't be, actually it is saved by Flores right into the hands of Layla Shimmick. And Layla Shimmick will go to the free throw line for 2 shots here for the Lakers, excuse me. First personal foul against Rylan Skrotsky. And this one is no good by Shimmick. We have Dombrowski checking into the game for Glen Lake, replacing Avery Flores. 2nd and 2 coming at the line for Shimmick, and this one rolls around, takes a couple of bounces, but Dombrowski has the offensive board, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here, baseline out of bounds for the Lakers. Fosmore inbounds, immediately tries to post up, gets it back on the baseline, shot fake, good defense by Skrotsky. Here's the pick and roll, shots up and no good. But securing the rebound is guess who? Fosmore. And here come the Elks up by 1. Brooke Flutie at the controls. Down low it goes. Nice pass to Schlicker. Give the assist to Skrotsky. And Schlicker scores again. Nice post-entry pass and then good post-passing by the Elks on that possession. Ottenbacher drops a pass down low to Dombrowski. She's fouled, and Dombrowski will go to the free throw line for a chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Go to Dombrowski. She's fouled, and Dombrowski will go to the. And speaking of delivery, if you're looking for some delivery, you can get it from That's a Pizza at 3 locations in Traverse City, including Acme, the nearest one to Elk Rapids. I mean, whew. Ottenbacher might have a role as a pizza delivery driver because that assist and that dish was beautiful. We're tied at 26 after Dombrowski completes the three-point play. This is Anna Prey driving all the way in, loses the ball, gets it back, and she's called for a travel. Here's Ottenbacher bringing it down for Glen Lake, guarded by Flutie. These two have been going at it all night long, and it's a held ball possession arrow. Will award it to the Elks. Here's Flutie. Elks and Lakers tied at 26 points apiece. It's been a really fun game so far. Beebe swings it over now to Prey. She'll look to drive left, dribble hand off to Beebe. High post it goes to Schlicker. She'll turn and face, put it on the deck, and the Lakers turn her over. Here's Ottenbacher, passes it over now. Down low it goes to Fosmore, and she's able to score again. Check that, it's Dombrowski. And the Lakers take their first lead since the first quarter. Skrotsky goes to the high post to Schlicker, and Schlicker's fouled by Dombrowski. Ryland inbounds it to Flutie. Three-pointer up and good. What a nice looking shot there by Prey. And the Elks take a 1-point lead again. Dombrowski goes down low, finds the hands of Fosmore. Corkscrewing her way to the basket, can't get the left-handed layup to drop, rebounded by Schlicker. Here come the Elks in the hands of Brooke Flutie. They're gonna skip this pass across to Prey, who just hit a three. Looked at that one, now goes down low to Schlicker. What a beautiful pass, and Schlicker finishes it at the basket. 5 straight points for Elk Rapids. A three-pointer made by Prey and an assist by Prey, and the Lakers are down by 3 once again. Ottenbacher looks at it, works with a pick and roll with Nora Schorlick. Schorlick loses it inside. It's stolen away by Flutie. Here come the Elks. Even-numbered break as Flutie gets this drag screen, puts up the deep shot off the heel, no good, rebounded by Shimmick. Lakers go quickly up the floor, back to Ottenbacher. Now over here to Dombrowski. She looked at the three-pointer, didn't take it. Schorlick has it. Ottenbacher driving baseline, shut off by Flutie. Picks up her dribble, cut into the paint to Fosmore. Fosmore trying to muscle her way to the backboard, and she's on the deck. It's a 5-on-4 advantage for the Elks if they want to run. They're going to go far side down, and getting fouled is Prey, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's a 5-0 run for Elk Rapids right now. As Prey knocks the first one down. Checking in for Elk Rapids is Jillian Mozani, replacing Schlicker. And second to 2 gets a friendly bounce for Prey. And And we've got a timeout here taken by the Laker bench. Wanting to talk things over after the Elks have regained that 5-point lead that they had in the second quarter. It was a 1-point game at halftime. Elk Rapids has expanded that lead now to 33-28 as the Lakers want to talk this one over. It's been a nice sequences of events for the Elks, specifically spearheaded by Anna Prey. She knocked down a three-pointer and then had an assist down low to Schlicker and then got fouled on the subsequent possession, went to the free throw line and knocked them both down. And the Elks lead back up to 5 points after the Lakers had taken a temporary lead there midway or earlier on in the third quarter. So if you're just now tuning in, that's how this second half has unfolded so far. We had a 1-point game at halftime, and so far looks like this game is going to stay within that 2 or 3 possession for maybe throughout the rest of the game. It certainly hasn't disappointed here this afternoon. We came in thinking that this game would be a very close, a very tough and challenging game in the Bob Schneider Championship, and it certainly has lived up to the hype. It'll be Nora Cholik to inbound for Glen Lake. Ottenbacher has been guarded strictly by Brooke Flutie pretty much all night long. Ottenbacher picks up her dribble near half court. The Lakers turn it over, and the Elks get the turnover coming out of the timeout. That's not how Coach Fosmore drew it up for the Lakers, and credit that Elk Rapids defense for the turnover. Mozani passes over to Beebe. Beebe swings it to Flutie. Flutie drives in and she's fouled. Contacted there at the elbow. Let's see who the foul is on. Looks like it's going to be called on Cholik. Actually, they're going to get Dombrowski with the foul. Flores and Stefke coming back for the Lakers. Skrotsky catches the inbounds pass. Elk Rapids up by 5, looking to extend this lead. Glen Lake going to a 2-3 zone defense on this possession. Mozani passes over to Prey. Prey skips this one to Skrotsky. Corner 3, you betcha. And the Elks lead grows to 8, largest lead of the game after Skrotsky knocks down the three-pointer. And this is Fosmore getting tripped up. No call. Here comes Flutie and the Elks. Lakers now playing man-to-man on this possession after being in a 2-3 zone on the previous one. Mozani has it up top. Brooke Flutie dribble hands off to Prey up top, and we've got a timeout here taken by head coach Mike Brown of the Elk Rapids Elks, wanting to get things set up after the previous possession. The Lakers went to a zone defense. Rylan Skrotsky buries the elbow jump shot for the second made three-pointer of the quarter for the Elks. Let's see what the Elks have drawn up here in this timeout, because last time out of the timeout, Glen Lake went zone, and oftentimes that's a nice coaching matchup. The chess game, if you will, on the benches that the coaches play throughout the 4 quarters, and just keeping their teams mentally engaged is one of the biggest challenges and why these coaches make the big bucks. Well, while we have an opportunity to do so, we want to thank our friends and fourth quarter sponsor coming up here, the Agaming Golf Resort. Agaming Golf Resort, located on beautiful Torch Lake, wants to remind you that you can already start looking to book your tee times for summer of 2026. And that's the Agaming Golf Resort. If you haven't ever played Agaming, I sincerely mean that you need to get out there this summer. It is one of the most beautiful courses in all of northern Michigan. As Skrotsky inbounds this one to Flutie. Elks coming out of the timeout, up by 8, largest lead of the game. They'll go far side to Anna Prey, gets a ball screen, swung over to Beebe. Back up top, launching the three is Mozani. Can't get it to fall, but the Elks track down their own miss. And now we've got a possession arrow, and it will favor the Lakers. So, the Elks get the shot they wanted, just weren't able to knock it down. The Lakers dodge a bullet, and they're down by 8 with the ball in the hands of Abby Stefke. And Stefke dribbles it off of her own leg, and that pressure by Brooke Flutie being applied and is really impacting the ball handlers for the Lakers. Stefke guarding Flutie. Prey has it on the wing. To the high post it goes to Mazzani. Nice high-low to Skrotsky. Back out to Prey. She'll drive in, baseline. Layup is good, but we've got a foul called on the floor before Prey entered her shooting motion. It's called on Flores. It'll be the 4th team foul against the Lakers, so the Elks will be in the 2-shot penalty. The next foul is there's a nice cut, and you can count that one for Anna Prey. She'll go to the free throw line for an opportunity for 3. As this third quarter, the presence of Anna Prey has certainly been felt. Her fingerprints have been all over this 8-minute stretch of time for Elk Rapids. Free throw is good. It's now an 11-point game. The 3-point play for Prey puts the Elks up by 11. Fosmore trying to navigate this pick and roll. Splits the defenders and scores it. Nice play there by Lydia Fosmore. Able to get all the way to the basket, using the screen well. And her ability to dribble the ball got her all the way to the rim. Mozani has it at the high post, down low it goes. Back outside for a Prey 3, off the heel. Skrotsky has the rebound. One more try for Prey, banks it in. She certainly has the hot hand. Third quarter belongs to Anna Prey here this afternoon. Fosmore trying to set something up, and it's stolen away. This is Skrotsky. Skrotsky against Shimmick. Can't score it, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Elks. 23 seconds remaining in this third quarter. A quarter dominated by Elk Rapids. They've outscored the Lakers by 11 points so far in this quarter. It'll be Skrotsky to inbound from the baseline. Nice play on the loop around Prey. Couldn't finish it. Here come the Lakers with under 20 seconds left to go. Stefke dribbling it up. Passes over to Shimmick. Shimmick's going to whip this one inside to Fosmore. Stolen away. Here's Prey with under 8 seconds left to go. Prey crosses half court. Pulls up from deep. And just off the mark as Layla Shimmick controls the defensive rebound. After 3 quarters of play, Elk Rapids 42, the Lakers 30. We head to our fourth quarter here, presented by Agaming Golf. We'll be back after this.
While visiting beautiful northern Michigan, do not miss the opportunity to experience golf at Agaming Golf Resort. Just 10 miles north of the cozy waterfront village of Elk Rapids, Agaming's Torch and the award-winning Sundance course offer breathtaking views of world-renowned Torch Lake. Set forth before you are the glistening emerald green fairways, sprawling white sand bunkers, and the wispy amber heather that seamlessly bind the holes to one another. It is an experience that you will be sure to share with your friends back home. Make a tee time at Agaming Golf Resort today. It won't be your last.
All right. Welcome back. Fourth quarter here this afternoon, presented by Agaming Golf Resort. The Lakers of Glen Lake and the Elks of Elk Rapids. The Elks up by a dozen, 42-30, after the Elks outscore the Lakers by 11 points in that third quarter. That's right. We went to halftime with the Elks up by just 1 point. And in the third quarter, specifically led by the efforts of Anna Prey, the Elks have opened up this lead to be up by a dozen as Brooke Flutie drives in, kicks it out to Beebe. Now in the hands of Prey. Skrotsky with it on the elbow. Schlicker has come back into the game. She catches it down low, puts it up, and puts it in. Another great play by the Elks, getting it down low into the post, and Schlicker able to knock it in. 14 points is the Elk lead so far. Fosmore drives into the elbow. Dombrowski puts up the jump shot, no good, rebounded by Beebe. She'll be content to bring it up to her teammate Brooke Flutie. Anna Prey crosses over, dribble handoff to Beebe. Little screen and roll there, trying to get Schlicker the ball, but this one's stolen away by Fosmore. Fosmore one-on-one versus Skrotsky, and it's blocked up top by Skrotsky, and it should stay here with the Lakers, but an excellent individual defensive play by Ryland Skrotsky to prevent that easy. This is Skrotsky, and it's blocked up top by Skrotsky, and it should. Coming into the game will be Nadia Eam. This one is inbounded to Dombrowski. Ottenbach has it. 12-foot runner, no good. Got her own miss. And we've got a held ball. So we've got a held ball or a foul first. Yeah. Foul's called before the timeout. Foul called against Natasha Beebe. That is Beebe's second personal foul, and Mozani will come back in, replacing Anna Prey. Fosmore to inbound, nearly stolen away by Brooke Flutie. Fosmore inbounding once more, and is tapped out of bounds by Skrotsky. Well, once more. Inbounded here by Fosmore. The Lakers go to Eam, and getting fouled is Dombrowski. So Dombrowski will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Something that the Lakers have really needed to do has been getting back to the basket. The Elks have done a much better job not only giving the Lakers turnovers to potentially get easy runouts on, but also limiting the shots close to the basket by Glen Lake. As Dombrowski makes the first of 2, that personal foul for the Elks was on Schlicker. And the second of 2 is good. And now the Lakers extend this to a full court pressure. The Elks handle it with relative ease. Here's Beebe, and yeah, she dragged that pivot foot and called for a travel. Just about 1 minute and 30 seconds into this fourth quarter of play. It's a 12-point lead for Elk Rapids. Inside it goes to the high post. Dombrowski looking for some help, finds Ottenbach. Ottenbacher, is going to take the 3 and knock it down. Check that. That was Grace Noonan, and we've got another travel called on the Elks. So back-to-back turnovers for Elk Rapids. And the Lakers with some signs of life now, back only down by single digits. It's a 9-point lead, a 5-0 run for Glen Lake. Fosmore is going to launch the 3 off to the left. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll be Elk Rapids basketball. I think everyone here in the crowd held their collective breath as Fosmore shot that shot. Here's Flutie with it, and now pass it over to Skrotsky. Skrotsky crosses over near half court, kick out, and it's tapped away. Nice play made by Grace Noonan for the Lakers to get back on defense and prohibit that pass from getting through. Quick inbounds, 3-pointers up and good. Knocking it down is Beebe. And we've got a timeout here taken by Glen Lake. after Beebe knocks down the long 2-point shot. It's an 11-point lead once more for Elk Rapids. 46-35 is the score. We've had a fun game here so far this afternoon. If you're just now tuning in to the Bob Schneider Elk Rapids Girls Varsity Invitational Tournament, the winner today wins a championship trophy. So a lot on the line in addition to a good non-conference win for whichever of these two teams is able to claim victory here this afternoon. It's been a seesaw affair. We've had multiple lead changes. However, since Elk Rapids went down by 1 point in the third quarter, they have really dominated this game since that point in time. The third quarter specifically, there was a stretch where Anna Prey, I believe, scored or assisted on 13 straight points for Elk Rapids, doing a really good job of facilitating the basketball, helping others score, and getting her own shot. So we'll see what the Lakers have drawn up in this timeout here as they take it down by 11. 5:51 remaining in this fourth quarter to play. Fosmore inbounds this one. Ooh, the Lakers had a player wide open, but they didn't hit her in time. This one goes down on the floor. We should have a held ball. Possession arrow keeps it right here with the Lakers. Arrow switches back, so the next time we reference it, the Elks will have the possession. Inbounded here. This is Dombrowski trying to go down low to Fosmore. It's tapped away, and here come the Elks running in transition. Beebe up to Flutie. Skrotsky swings it across court to Prey, and Prey goes high off the window, no good. Fosmore rebounds, and here she comes for the Lakers. Driving inside, Euro stepping her way to the basket, can't finish at the rim, but we've got Shimmick on the offensive glass, fouled by Anna Prey. So Layla Shimmick will go to the free throw line, and this is where Glen Lake has really made their hay here this afternoon, getting to the free throw line frequently and then doing a better job making them. Shimmick's first free throw is good. Neither team with any substitutes right now. Just over 5 minutes remaining, 5:20 to be exact. And the second and two, no good by Shimmick, and it's tracked down by Skrotsky in the corner. She'll find Schlicker, and it goes back to Skrotsky now into the hands of Brooke Flutie. Elk Rapids coming off a tough loss earlier this week to the Frankfurt Panthers, 10-point loss, but they're looking to avenge that as they're taking on another Northwest Conference opponent here in the Glen Lake Lakers. Here is Rylan Skrotsky inbounding it to Brooke Flutie. Flutie drops a pass down low. Beebe from the corner, you betcha. That's 5 straight points for Natasha Beebe, and the Elks go back up by 13. Guess they didn't give her a three-pointer on that one. Yeah, they did. But anyway, 5 straight by Beebe. Backdoor cut by Fosmore. She puts it up, blocked from behind by Skrotsky. Fosmore puts this one up, and we've got a push called against the Elks. Let's see who it's on. I think it's on Skrotsky. That will be her second personal foul. Lydia Fosmore's first free throw is no good. As I mentioned, this Glen Lake Laker team only with 1 senior on the roster. Second and two for Fosmore. Gets a friendly roll off the front of the rim. Schlicker to inbound, finds Brooke Flutie in the corner. Flutie picked up by Attenbacher. This is Anna Prey, who previously or simultaneously loses the basketball. But the Elks slow things down now in the hands of Beebe. A little dribble weave action being employed right now. Just trying to use a little clock and get into a good set as they're trying to go down low to Schlicker. And we've got a foul here called on the perimeter by the Lakers. Elena Attenbacher picks up the foul. Inbounded to Skrotsky. Handoff to Beebe. Down low it goes to Prey, but it's tapped away, and the Lakers steal it. Fosmore with it now for Glen Lake. Here comes it into the hands of Noonan, gets a double screen, and it's stolen away by Skrotsky. 3-on-1 break for Elk Rapids. Up the floor it goes to Beebe, but she can't handle it. Right into the hands of Prey on the saving attempt, and the Elks go up by 14, largest lead of the game. Here's Dombrowski going down low to Shimmick. Shimmick squares and turns, can't get it. Rebounded to Skrotsky. And here comes Elk Rapids. Open three, shot fake by Beebe. She puts it on the deck, pull up J, no good. Fosmore with it now for Glen Lake in the hands of Ottenbacher, bringing it across the timeline, guarded and picked up by Brooke Flutie. Pretty much all game long, Ottenbacher has seen Flutie in her way. Fosmer trying to navigate this ball screen. Elks push her into the corner. And a free throw line jump shot, no good by Dombrowski. And now with 3 minutes left to play, the pace has really started to slow down. What will the Lakers opt to do here? And we got a timeout here taken by the Elks, a 30-second timeout of variety. And with that, we're going to keep it right here and bring you up to speed how the Elks got this 14-point lead. It was a 1-point game at halftime. And then in the third quarter, the Elk Rapids offense really started to perk up, and it was spearheaded by none other than Anna Prey, assisting, getting other teammates involved, and then also knocking down some open shots, getting to the free throw line, had an and one in there as well, and that really extended and built this Elk Rapids lead, which they have been continue to nurture, and now it's a 14-point advantage. And I talked about in halftime, would the Elks have a ability or a plan to try and slow down Lydia Fosmore's scoring? And they've done a much better job against Fosmore, because in the first half, Fosmore, I believe, had 17 points, and the Elks have done a much, much better job in the second half guarding her. As this one's stolen away on the inbounds pass by Noonan, dropped down to Beebe, and she scores. Now a 16-point Elk Rapids lead. Nearly tapped away by Flutie. Up top, Shimmick has to track it down. Prey guarding Shimmick, tapped away. Ooh, but the Elks unable to come away with it. Here's Noonan. Corner it goes, 3 ball is up, a little bit off the mark for Scholik. And we've got a foul called against the Lakers. What's going on, Layla Shimmick. And this crowd here starting to feel like this will perhaps be an Elk Rapids victory here this afternoon. We've got 130 seconds left to play as Brooke Flutie navigates that high ball screen. Beebe trying to find an open teammate, and we've got a timeout here taken by Mike Brown and the Elk Rapids bench just to keep the possession and keep the possession from going back over to the Lakers. It's a 30-second timeout, more or less used just to preserve the possession. And for these two teams, this will be the last game of 2026 that they'll each be playing. Coming up next for Elk Rapids, they will be taking on Indian River Inland Lakes, a ski valley team, on January 2nd. That'll be a fun one. And then coming up for Glen Lake, when they hit the hardwood once again in 2026, they'll be taking on Onekama, a conference opponent for the Glen Lake Lakers. So here's Anna Prey up top on the dribble weave handoff action. Goes right back to Prey on the baseline. Drops a pass to Beebe. Beebe penetrates all the way up, has it blocked. Nice play by Noonan to get her hands on that. And now it is in the hands of Stefke. Swung over to Noonan. She's going to take the three-pointer. Up and in off the backboard. How about that? That's the second banked-in three-pointer we've seen this afternoon. Got a minute and 25 left as Prey has this one go off of her hand out of bounds. Elks trying to get things sorted out here. Stefke over to Noonan. Noonan trying to work this ball screen by Flores. Good job by the Elks to not let her have it. Nora Trolik now back over to Flores. In the corner, it's Eam. Three-pointer up. Three-pointer is off the mark for Grace Noonan, but we've got a foul called on the floor as Nora Trolik was going for that offensive rebound. She drew some contact and will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. We're at the under 1 minute left to go in this game. That will be the 4th personal foul against Ryland Skrotsky as Trolik makes the first of 2. We've got Schlicker coming back into the game for the Elks, replacing Anna Prey, who gets a nice round of applause by this hometown Elk Rapids team. And the second free throw for Trolik is good. It's back to an 11-point game after 5 straight points by the Lakers. If you're the Elks, you got to get this ball inbounded safely, as they do, into the hands of Brooke Flutie. Flutie brings it across half court. Dribbling through this Laker defense. Gets a high ball screen from Schlicker. Now passes over to Beebe. Beebe picks up her dribble and finds Skrotsky. We're at 35 seconds remaining in this game. Elks trying to just put the finishing touches on it and get out of here with a win and head into Christmas break, as Mozani tees up the long ball and gets a friendly bounce and in. Nicely done possession there for Elk Rapids to not only make a three-pointer, but also to use up some clock, as Noonan's going to put this one up off the rim. No good. We've got a fight for the rebound controlled by Mozani. And here come the Elks with just a couple seconds remaining. And they're going to let this one go into the books at a 56-42 victory. The Elk Rapids Lady Elks will go into the new year with a good taste in their mouth after losing here Tuesday night to Frankfurt. They avenged that loss against the Glen Lake Lakers here Saturday afternoon via a solid performance, a 14-point victory, and will head into the new year with a victory, and they'll take on the Inland Lakes Bulldogs on January 2nd here in Elk Rapids. That'll be a really fun game to watch and tune into, as we have the presentation of the Bob Schneider Trophy. This is Athletic Director Brett Graham, who will be awarding this trophy to the Elk Rapids Lady Elks and to head coach Mike Brown. So Bob Schneider, a long-term basketball coach here in Elk Rapids. And here is the handoff of the trophy to Elk Rapids coach Mike Brown. I don't know if he's going to give a speech or not, but he's just going to go celebrate with his team. So the Elks win it here over the Glen Lake Lakers. We want to thank our sponsors one more time here for making this game a part of our coverage. We want to thank Agaming Golf Resort. We want to thank the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. And we also want to thank Bingham Insurance Services for being a part of today's game, for making this game possible for you to watch from the comfort of wherever you find comfort, or if you're traveling, or if you're somewhere warm. We appreciate your viewership, and if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on Facebook, it'll give you updates of when we're about to be covering teams that you're interested in the future. So for us here at Next Level Broadcasting, we say thank you for tuning in to today's presentation of girls varsity high school basketball. For myself, Charles Strail, and my executive producer, Zach Kennedy, we say thank you and see you next year from Next Level Broadcasting. Good night.